Hello everyone and welcome back to Football Forecast. In today's video I'll be previewing Barcelona PSG, and this is going to be a very interesting game. These for me are the two best sides in Europe, plus probably Liverpool. I would say the three best sides right now in terms of the whole wide world, and we've got two of them meeting each other between Barcelona and PSG, and this is going to be exciting to see who comes out on top in this game. It's going to be an interesting game. I think these two sides are very strong, but I also think there are weaknesses, and mainly because of injuries for both sides right now, and there's a lot of doubts for this game. If you enjoy this video, it'd be great if you could subscribe to the channel. So have these two sides met before? Yes. Recently, these two sides have met a couple of times. So if you look at this, you'd see that Barcelona have struggled in this fixture, especially at home. And if you separate the two legs, PSG went through both legs of the Champions League and went through on aggregate both times. And yeah, PSG have largely been the better side in this fixture. Before this, we also had the famous comeback for Barcelona right at the end against PSG. But recently, PSG have been the stronger side in this fixture, shown to their dominance, but that has partly been due to Mbappe, who is obviously not playing. But PSG, you would say, are a better side now, but you'd also say Barcelona are a better side. Hansi Flick has really turned this side around, so I don't think the head-to-head is much to go off for this game. So how have these two sides been so far this season? Well, they've both been absolutely brilliant. Barcelona winning their last 5 fixtures in a row. PSG winning their last 4 out of 5 fixtures in a row. And the only reason they lost was because they had players out because of the Ballon d'Or ceremony. And that is why they lost to Marseille away from home. But apart from that, PSG have been absolutely dominant. And both sides, I don't think there's a lot to go off here, apart from saying both sides are playing really well. Obviously, the French league is at least, you would say, of a class. And they haven't really had a test yet in the Champions League, only against Atalanta. And Barcelona, in my opinion, got a valuable 3 points away at Newcastle in a difficult atmosphere, and they managed to come out away with the win. One really important matchup for this game could potentially be Nuno Mendes versus Lamine Yamal, and that is because Nuno Mendes has actually got the better of Lamine Yamal in the past, one of the only fullbacks that's been able to do this. So that could mean tip the favourite in PSG and that midfield battle. If PSG have their midfield available, then it's going to be so fascinating to see who wins that midfield battle against two of the best technical midfields in the world. And also, this game is going to be very much be attack versus defence, so it's going to be seeing whose attack is better than each other's. That's what I have a feeling this game is going to be about. One of the reasons why this game is incredibly hard to predict is both sides have a huge amount of injuries actually going into this game. If you look at Barcelona's lineup, they've got Szczesny, Koundé, Araujo, Christensen and Martin. We don't know if it will be Christensen and Araujo because you've also got Cubarsí on the bench, so Cubarsí could definitely come in for Christensen. Then you've got Frenkie de Jong and Pedri, that's very good in that midfield. Then in the 10, I'm expecting Dani Olmo to start. They start with this youngster on the weekend. I don't think he'll start. On the right, Rooney Bargiel. I'm expecting Lamine Yamal to come back in, Rashford off the left and Lewandowski up front. That's the lineup I would expect from Barcelona. But either way, they've got a lot of injuries to worry about. There's a lot of people that are doubtful for this clash, and it is interesting to see what Barcelona can actually throw out for this game. PSG have even more injury problems if you look at this last lineup for PSG. In saying this though, Luis Enrique, as he often does, has rested a lot of players in the French league, and I don't think this is the lineup we'll see. If you look at the bench, slash players that didn't come on in that game, they've got the likes of Hakimi, Mendes, Pacho. You'd expect all three of them to start, giving them a full back line. Then you've got Barcola, you'd expect him to start as well on the left. Then you've also got, these are all doubts basically, so you've got Fabian Ruiz, muscle injury, Neves, hamstring injury, Kvaratskhelia, thigh injury, Vitinha, muscle injury, Marquinhos you'd expect to be out, and Doué you'd expect to be out, as well as Dembélé. So straight away you're looking at this and going, PSG, who can they bring into this game? Well, they can definitely improve that midfield as long as the doubtfuls are available, and I assume they will be. So you've got João Neves and Fabian Ruiz. They should be able to start the full complement of the back line. Up front, they can definitely bring in Barcola. So it'll probably be Kvaratskhelia, Ramos and Barcola, which is still a very good attack despite missing Dembélé and Désiré Doué. They have depth and players beyond PSG. And I'm expecting a very open and exciting game. I mean, these are two sides with two of the best 11s in the world, two very attacking coaches, and I'm expecting a very high scoring game, and I really can't pick a winner, and that is going to be reflected in my score prediction. In some ways I want to go Barcelona with home advantage, but I also just can't ignore the class of PSG. I'm expecting loads of goals, and I'm going to go with a 3-3 draw. Let me know your score prediction in the comments. Do you agree with my assessment of this game? Who do you think will win? And if you enjoy this video, it'd be great if you could head over to the YouTube channel and subscribe.